Hello babes, how are you? If you're new, welcome. My name is Michelle and this is another reading that you guys requested. Somebody wanted me to do an update on Palestine. I want to remind you guys that my readings have no date. They are divinely guided. Everything has free will. Not everything is going to resonate with everybody. It can be mind that rules give you resonate between energies. Remember that this kind of readings are only for your entertainment purposes only, and everything said and mentioned is allegedly throughout the whole video. I always provide that legal disclaimer at the beginning of every video in English and Spanish for anybody who wants to read it. And with this said, let's move forward. I also want to remind you that any inappropriate negative comments are going to be reported to YouTube and deleted, okay? So let's see what is the update on the situation. We got the Ace of Swords in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Six of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Nine of Wands, oh my gosh, the Ten of Swords, Ace of Wands, the Empress, the Lovers, the Hierophant. We got Taurus energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra to be mainly, Gemini, and Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Listen, the situation, it doesn't look any different, to be honest. There's no, unfortunately for Palestine, there's not going to be allegedly a victory. There's nothing that could happen that will make it feel like a victory to them. Unfortunately, they're so in this situation that is so messed up that allegedly there's no, for Palestine, there's no winning. There's no, like, unfortunately, let's no say, oh, let's look at the bright side of the story, because allegedly there's none. I do see right here that there's no help, like I said before, coming from anybody. At this point, I do see Israel taking over Gaza, allegedly, mostly, and any Palestinian that's left in Gaza will have to allegedly try to leave the country. There's nothing to go back to, allegedly. There's nothing to go back to for them. I do see some people are refusing to leave, and allegedly they're going to stay, and allegedly their lives are not safe. They're in danger, and they're aware of this, and the situation continues to look like this. There's allegedly another bombing happening, another situation that's very big. I'm aware that they are in war zone, so allegedly, this could be something that they're used to. It depends on the situation, but this bombing, that it's not, surprising. Allegedly, it's super big, and it's gonna hit super hard, especially to people were seeing online. There's a lot of people who allegedly people are seeing online that they're gonna get hurt by this alleged situation. People that have been surviving, but allegedly they're gonna get hurt this time with this big bomb or attack or situation here, because they are in war, unfortunately. I do see that the only way that they could find peace, Palestinians that are in Gaza, is allegedly to leave the country. Like I said before, to leave the country. And they're saying right here that Gaza is going to be left in ruins. Even if they were to stay, there's nothing to go back to, allegedly. Even if things were to change, and this is just our perspective, there's not going to be outside help to rebuild. There's not going to be, so they do have a huge possibility to die of starvation. Even if they're left in Gaza, even if allegedly the war is over, they are actually could die out of like starvation as well as sicknesses. So the best way for survival for Palestinians in the way things are looking is allegedly to flee Gaza, to leave the country, because like I said before, even if they were to stay, allegedly, even if the war will be over and they could stay in Gaza, allegedly, or Palestine, sorry, they're actually not going to be able to survive, because allegedly there's not going to be outside factors that are going to help them. There's not going to be, so they do face starvation, and allegedly they might be starting to have starvation, but either way, is going to be kind of like permanent. So at this point, it's like I said before, no win situation. There's no winning here, even if they were to be left in Gaza. You know what I'm saying? So I do see right here that these people have a lot of faith. You know, they're very strong in their faith, but unfortunately the situation is just, I wish I could tell you otherwise. I wish I could tell you something that you would like to hear, especially the person you know who did ask for this, because this is for my subscriber request. But unfortunately what I see is destruction, and more sadness for them, unfortunately. Listen, allegedly here, even the people that flew Gaza and people who allegedly could find other, let's say, Arabic places or another place to be, allegedly they face deadly illnesses. Allegedly, even though when people who flew Gaza they're gonna be facing deadly sicknesses, affecting their respiratory, the whole immune system, allegedly. So they do allegedly face a lot of like illnesses and sickness that could be treatable. Other ones could not be treatable, and others, even if they're treatable, it's just too far advanced, and unfortunately could lead to death, unfortunately. With the strength card in the reverse right here, as I said before, I know that some people are just wanting me to read so I can find strength, or so I can give you something good, and I just don't have that. Unfortunately, I just don't have that, and I wish I could, because there's no winning in war. Like, war should not happen in my eyes. Everybody should be able to live at peace. I want world peace, and it's unfortunate to see this. As it's just, I just don't know what to tell you. I feel so bad to tell you this, but this is just what the card says. With the 5 of Wands right here, I do see people, like I said in the past reading, talking about it on social media, trying their best with the power they're given, because like I said before, allegedly the people that could really put hands on are allegedly not doing that. And I do see that a lot of people are fighting each other online, but you are fighting the wrong people. You need to go ahead and take your concerns to the people that should be making the change, and allegedly they're not doing that. So at this point, a lot of people are trying their best to make sure that the situation is heard and seen, and allegedly is going to be a huge part of history. But today as an action, I don't see a positive result. You know what I'm saying? Or at least the positive result that people allegedly wanted. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I have to say allegedly due to the guidelines and legal reasons. And there's no happiness. You see, look, this is the 9 of Cups right here. This is happiness in reverse. There's no really happiness. There's no happy ending. There's no a situation that could work for better. Look, the 9 of Swords, it literally says cruelty. You see that? You see that body there? It says that it doesn't take away the cruelty of the situation. It doesn't take away that allegedly it may continue happening, and even if it stops or allegedly gets better, it already did happen. You know what I'm saying? So allegedly, I just continue to tell you that unfortunately this is what it's said. I told you before in the other readings I did, this is like my 4th reading on the whole situation, and allegedly says right here that their fate is sealed. Listen, even if they do get out of it, like I was telling you before, it's gonna be hard to readjust, to forget what happened, because allegedly even the Palestinians that are not in the country did have people that knew them, or that they knew, family members, and allegedly a lot of them have lost so many people. So even if they are in a way, shape, or form safe, this is something that they will never be able to get over it. You know what I'm saying? Or get better out of it, whatever you want to use. I am bilingual, so I sometimes find difficult to find words. And with the 8 of Cups right here is just sadness. It's just, in conclusion, it's like how is it that this is happening, you know? Unfortunately, this says right here that the world continues to move forward, and it will continue to move forward after the situation, after things are said and done, because allegedly the war is, in a way, shape, or form, is almost done, because allegedly Palestine is almost taken over. So technically the war is almost done, but not really, allegedly. And it says right here, the filmmaker in reverse, there's a person, a male, that takes, you know, video, that has been very into like showing you what the reality of Palestinians has been. And he says that this person is either or disappearing or allegedly passes away. So I do see right here that sadly, there's no, like I said before, win. The only, most Palestinians and all that are going to be left are the people who are not in the country, and they're going to be spread in different places, and allegedly those are the Palestinians that are going to be, you know, left, and is going to be part of history, and that's pretty much it. I do see war being almost over, because unfortunately, like, allegedly, you know, everything is like almost said and done. The biggest situation that's going to happen is going to happen at night. And there's not going to be any help, allegedly. You see this? This is like a firefighter, ambulance. There's no help. They're on their own. They're on their own, allegedly. And their peace, because peace will come, technically, when the situation is over, comes after all this been happening. After Gaza and Palestine being taken over. And allegedly right here, the history is going to, some people is going to try to like alter history, allegedly. So the newer generation after us, you know, they're not going to be told exactly what happened. It's going to be something allegedly different, and it's nothing new, because they do, you know, people allegedly done that before. So this is what I see. I just don't want to continue, because it's just like I continue trying to find something that it's up in a way, shape, or form, uplifting or better. I don't even know how to describe it, because I am aware that the situation, there's no win-win, and I said in the beginning of the video. But it's like I find nothing but like sadness, but more death and more sickness and more bad news. And I don't know. I'm so shocked. I just don't know. Now, this is going to be the astrological dices. This is like the final energy of the whole reading. We have the planet, we got the zodiac sign, and we got the house. I'm going to explain what each of them represent. So the planet represents the situation of the whole reading, and we got the sun right here. And it says right here, pertaining to oneself, core values, personal identity, ego, and self-image. Now, we're going to go with the zodiac sign, which is Scorpio, and they represent the emotional side. And this says transformative, brutally honest, aggressive, taking things personally, exhausted. And finally, we got the house. The house represents the area of life, and we have the sixth house for them. Represents health, day-to-day activities, hygiene routines, can also relate to pet care or co-workers. So this is the final part of this reading. I hope this has given you the answers you were seeking, that to that specific subscriber and to anybody who watched it. I'm sorry about the horrible news. I wish it was different. I want to finalize this as quick as possible. Please don't forget to follow me on IG, on TikTok. I'm on Spotify. I do weekly podcast on spiritual topics, and some readings over there for free for those who follow me on Spotify. The links for all of my platforms are always going to be in the description box below. I do offer personal readings as well, and I'm also on Facebook for those who don't have IG. So with this said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and have an amazing day.